Dear students, today we will study about the law of chemical combination, and in law of chemical combination we will discuss about the law of reciprocal proportion. It is very important law which was proposed by Ritter, a name of scientist. This law was proposed by Ritter, a name of scientist. According to this law, if three different atoms are taken, for example, if three different atoms like hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen are taken, then if three different atoms are taken in which two different atoms react with fixed mass of third atom and form two different compounds, like sulfur and oxygen react with fixed mass of hydrogen and form H2S and H2, then ratio of the masses of two different atoms, sulfur and oxygen, in these compounds is equal to or present in simple form of the ratio of the masses of the compound when these atoms react together. For example, here sulfur and oxygen react with fixed mass of hydrogen and form H2S and H2O. In these two compounds, ratio of the masses of sulfur and oxygen is 32:16 and it is equal to the 2:1. Here, ratio of the masses of sulfur and oxygen in sulfur dioxide is 32:32 and it is equal to 1:1. In sulfur dioxide, ratio of the masses of sulfur and oxygen is equal to 1:1, and in H2S and H2O, ratio of the masses of sulfur and oxygen is 2:1, which is present in a simple form. Hence, this example shows law of reciprocal proportion. So this one is the law of reciprocal proportion. Now fifth lies the law of gases volume. Law of gases volume. Law of gases volume. This law was proposed by Gay-Lussac. Hence, it is also known as a Gay-Lussac law. This law was proposed by Gay-Lussac. Hence, it is known as a Gay-Lussac law. According to this law, if gaseous reactant react together to form product which is also gas, then the ratio of the volume of reactant and products are present in a simple form. According to this law, if gaseous reactant react together to form product which is also a type of gas, then the ratio of the volume of these gaseous reactant and products present in a simple form. For example, if hydrogen and chlorine are taken, hydrogen gas and chlorine gas are taken, which react together to form HCl, hydrochloric acid. Then the ratio of the volume of reactants and products are present in a simple form. Here hydrogen, volume of hydrogen is 1, 1 volume, 1 volume, 1 volume and 2 volume. So it is 1:2, which is present in a simple form. If formation of ammonia is taken, N2 plus H2, this gives NH3. Here 3 mole of hydrogen and 2 mole of nitrogen are taken, and 1 volume of nitrogen, 3 volume of hydrogen, 2 volume of ammonia is formed. Hence, the ratio of the volume of these gaseous substances is 1:3:2, which is present in a simple form. With the help of these two examples, we can easily explain about the law of gaseous volume. Now we will solve some numerical problems which based on law of chemical combination. Dear students, write down first numerical problem. Question 1. In an experiment, 2.4 gram of iron oxide, 2.4 gram of iron oxide on reduction with hydrogen, with hydrogen yield 1.68 gram of iron. In another experiment, 2.9 gram of iron oxide, 2.9 gram of iron oxide give 2.03 gram of iron. On reduction with hydrogen, on reduction with hydrogen, so that the above data the above data above data illustrate the law of constant proportion. Illustrate the law of constant proportion. Constant proportions. Dear students, write down this question. Now we will solve this question. In this question, mass of iron oxide is equal to mass of iron oxide is equal to 2.4 gram. Mass of iron oxide is 2.4 gram and the mass of iron after reduction is equal to mass of iron after mass of iron after reduction. Mass of iron after reduction is equal to 1.68 gram. Mass of iron oxide is equal to 2.4 gram. Mass of iron after reduction with hydrogen is equal to 1.68 gram. Hence, mass of oxygen is equal to, mass of oxygen is equal to mass of iron oxide minus mass of iron after reduction. Because iron oxide contain iron and oxygen both, hence if we deduct mass of iron after reduction, then we can get mass of oxygen. In this way, mass of oxygen is equal to 2.4 minus 1.68 gram. And it will be equal to 0.72 gram. Mass of oxygen is equal to 0.72 gram in first experiment. This one is in first experiment. In second experiment, in second experiment, mass of iron oxide is equal to mass of iron oxide iron oxide is equal to 2.9 gram. 2.9 gram. And the mass of iron after reduction is equal to mass of iron after reduction, and the mass of iron after reduction is equal to 2.03 gram. Hence mass of oxygen is equal to mass of oxygen, hence mass of oxygen is equal to 2.9 minus 2.03 gram. 2.9 minus 2.03 gram, and it will be equal to 0.87 gram. Dear students, write down this solution in first experiment and in second experiment both. In this way, we need to find out ratio of the mass of oxygen and iron in first experiment and ratio of the mass of oxygen and iron in second experiment. Here, in first experiment, ratio of the mass of oxygen and iron is equal to 0.72 ratio 1.68, because mass of iron after reduction is 1.68. It will be equal to 1 ratio 2.33. In experiment second, ratio of the mass of oxygen and iron is equal to 0.87 ratio 2.03. Ratio of oxygen, mass of oxygen and iron is equal to 0.87 ratio 2.03, and it will be equal to 1 ratio 2.33. In both experiment, ratio of the mass of oxygen and iron is equal to each other, is fixed, hence this example show law of constant proportion. Ratio of oxygen and iron is equal to 0.87 ratio 2.03, and it will be equal to 1 ratio 2.33. Now write down second question, which is best application of law of multiple proportion. Dear students, write down this question also. Two compounds, each containing only tin and oxygen, containing only tin as in tin and oxygen tin and oxygen had the following composition compound A, compound B. Mass percentage of tin SN 78.77, 88.12. Mass percentage of oxygen 21.23%, 11.88%. So how data illustrate the law of multiple proportion? So how data illustrate the law of multiple proportion? Now we will solve this question. In this question, 21.23% oxygen combined with 78.77 parts of tin in compound A. In compound A, 21.23% of oxygen combined with 78.77 parts of tin SN. .23% are 21.23 parts of oxygen combined with 78.77 parts of tin. Hence, 1 parts of oxygen combined with 78.77 upon 21.23 parts of tin. And it will be equal to 3.7 parts of tin. This one is in compound A. Now, in compound B, 11.88 parts of oxygen, 11.88 parts of oxygen combined with 88.12 parts of 88.12 parts of tin. Hence, 1 part of oxygen combined with 88.12 upon 11.88 parts of tin, and it will be equal to 7.4 parts of tin. Now the mass of tin in compound A and B, which combine with fixed mass of oxygen, are in the ratio of 3.7 ratio 7.4, and it will be equal to 1:2, which is present in simple form, and in this way this data illustrate law of multiple proportion. Here, parts of tin in compound A is 3.7, which combine with 1 part of oxygen, and in compound B, parts of tin which combine with 1 part of oxygen is 7.4. Then we can say that these parts are combined with fixed part of oxygen, and the ratio of these parts is 1:2, which is present in simple form. Hence, these data illustrate law of multiple proportion.